taking me deeper. Um, can you speak about Krishna? I had a couple experiences with Krishna recently, and interested in share what you can interested in any you can share about Krishna. Um, Thank you for asking. Thank you for allowing me to reflect on the glories of the Supreme Personality. So Krishna is, in some's eyes, the Supreme Person, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are all personalities of God. We are all incarnates. We are all incarnates of God. But Krishna is revered as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What makes Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead is that he possesses all six opulences. All six opulences. Krishna is ever powerful. Krishna is all-knowing. Krishna is full of beauty. Krishna is full of knowledge. Krishna is fully renounced. What is the sixth one? Knowledge, wealth, power, renunciation. Knowledge, wealth, power, renunciation. Knowledge, wealth. Give me some time. Knowledge, wealth, power. What are you, Krishna? Knowledge, wealth, power, beauty, renunciation. It'll come around. It'll come around. So Krishna is all-knowing. All-knowing. The all-knowing one. We all seek knowledge. We all seek knowledge, which is why we are here. Which is why we are here. Krishna possessed all knowledge. Krishna was full of wealth. Krishna is the most wealthy. Who is more wealthy than Krishna? No one is more wealthy than Krishna, because Krishna owns or maintains the entire universe, maintains the entire cosmos, so everything in it belongs to that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Someone will say it, I know it's there, but it's not those. Krishna is, yes, fame, there it is. Most famous. Krishna is the most famous. We all seek fame. We all seek fame, but no one is more famous than Krishna. There they go. What is there? Renunciation. No one is more renounced than Krishna. You know, we all seek to be renounced, but we are so attached to our forms, so attached to our belongings, so attached to our world. Krishna has it all, but is free from it all. Krishna is completely detached from it all. So, the six opulences of Krishna is where we rest here in this conversation, as one who is all-powerful, who is famous, possess all fame, the most famous of the gods, the most famous of the incarnations of God. You think Michael Jackson was famous? There is no, Michael Jackson or Beyonce are probably the most famous incarnations on this planet. But Krishna is more famous than even Beyonce, even than Michael Jackson. Krishna is known to everyone and everything, as everything is a manifestation of Krishna. Krishna possesses all beauty. There is none more beautiful than Krishna. None more illustrious. Just look, oh, he's back there. None more illustrious than Krishna. Wealth, fame, renunciation, knowledge. I keep forgetting them. Let's go back. Let's go back. Strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, renunciation. Okay, I did go through them all. So yeah, that is why Krishna is revered as the Supreme Personality. Yes, we're talking about God, God incarnate. God incarnate. You are God incarnate. Melanated woman, that's your name? You are God incarnate. We are all God incarnate. Krishna is the supreme personality of God incarnate. Possessed all the wisdom, all of the knowledge, all of the fame, all of the beauty, all of the renunciation, all of the power. Everything that we seek in our incarnate form. We seek knowledge, we seek power, we seek wealth, we seek fame, we seek beauty, we seek to be renounced. Krishna is revered as the supreme personality of Godhead, because he embodied all of these. There are many different personalities as Christ, as Moses, as the Buddha, but these personalities did not possess these 6 opulences. You know, the Buddha was not famous in his lifetime. The Buddha was not wealthy. That's the path that he chose. The Buddha was renounced. The Buddha possessed all knowledge and wisdom, but the Buddha was without fame and fortune. You know, so Krishna is seen as the supreme personality of Godhead, because he was able to be famous, to be wealthy, to be beautiful, to be renounced, to be knowledgeable, and that's it. 6 opulences of the supreme personality, and that is why he is celebrated as the supreme personality, because he was on point in everything. You know, he was on point in everything. So as God incarnate, who can imagine God incarnate dressed up in gold? Who can imagine God incarnate as maybe like Osho riding around in a Bentley? But Krishna was so embodied that he possessed wealth, you know, that he possessed fame, and still was embodied as God incarnate. Did not lose himself to the world. Did not lose himself to the world. You give the ordinary person some money, they lose themselves. You give the ordinary person some beauty, they lose themselves. You give the ordinary person some fame, they lose themselves. This incarnation of God did not lose himself. In the world, with all his wealth, with all of his beauty, with all of his fame, with all of his knowledge, with all of his splendor, did not lose himself. Still maintained and possessed that wisdom, even as a child. He did not lose his inner child. That is why in some depictions you see Krishna as a child, because he remained playful, he remained joyful, he remained loving. A cowherd boy, just dancing with the gopis. Always charming, brilliant, amazing, expressive, communicative. You know, he just never lost it. Never lost the juice. Never lost the sauce. So, yeah, we can ascribe to be more Krishna consciousness. More Krishna conscious. The more we just tap into this consciousness, we begin to embody this consciousness. We begin to embody all that we worship, we embody, regardless of what path we follow. Whatever we worship, we will embody. You know, whatever you worship, you will embody. You worship, you pray to the Buddha, you pray to Christ, you will embody those teachings. You will embody that expression of life, as you have access to all of that intelligence, that wisdom. You know, so it's choosing, like, Krishna is my chosen ideal. My chosen ideal. My guru. My prophet. My teacher. Yeah, they're all archetypes. I agree. The model that I want to follow. The model that I want to follow. The path that I want to follow into truth. You know, into understanding. Into life. So, yeah, thank you, Vito C77, and everyone who had something to add to my mental blunders and forgetfulness. Haribo, Hare Krishna.